Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to get started on iRacing. It's been backed by popular demand. I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you get into this iRacing deal? This is awesome. So today I'm going to show you. I'm just going to get right into it here. So, gaming PC. You're going to want a good gaming PC. All links will be in the video, but you're going to want a really good gaming PC. I wouldn't suggest getting grandma's 4-year-old computer that's got 4 years of dust on it. That's not the way to go with this. You're going to want something along the specs of this, or you can just get this system. This is probably about the cheapest system I've found, or if you know how to build them yourself, good luck with that. So that you want at least, the NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti or AMD equivalent. 3.5 gigahertz is what I suggest, or better on the processor. You might can get away with a little bit less, but that's mainly what I suggest on that. Um, Again, the graphics card, you want it to be a GTX 1050. I run a 970. Anything from a 9 series up will probably run good, but this right here, this graphics card, is going to run, about anything that you can possibly want to in the future as well. So I definitely suggest going with something like that. 8 gigs of RAM is about the minimum. Well, no, actually is the minimum. You're going to want, I suggest, 12 or 16 even. But 8 will get you by with this system. It will run iRacing and render all the dynamic track data, etc. Terabyte, hard drive. You can go with a SSD later on if you'd like. That's just personal preference. Going into the wheels, here is a Logitech G920. You can go with the G920 or the G29, whichever. That's the G29 on the screen right now. But whichever one you like better, that is the G920 up now. So just whichever one you find that suits you best. I don't think there's a price difference. Well, the one for the PS4 and PC is a little bit cheaper. So you guys just go with what you think. I personally suggest the G920. So that's the suggestion on that. Or you can go with the coveted Fanatic. The Fanatic is an awesome wheel and wheelbase. As long as along with their pedals. Their pedals are really good too. So you can go with the Fanatic wheel and pedal set if you like as well. The pedals are a solid, metal design, which is really nice whenever you're racing. It's got a load cell on the brakes, so you really have to give some brake to it. It's also adjustable, so if it's a little bit too much or a little bit too less for you, you can adjust that out with just sliding in some little like rubber pieces. I run the Fanatic and I absolutely love it. The steering wheels, they're all interchangeable. So, if you want to go with if you want to start out with a wheel like this, but later on you can go up here and, go to the racing wheels and look at their wheels. They also have some different racing cockpits. You can go on their site and check all that stuff out. Not really going to get into that today, but like I said, they've got a ton of steering wheels here. They've got tons and tons to choose from. So you just go over here and they got one for the BMW, one for the Formula One cars, just all kinds of stuff. That's preference. Monitor wise, I suggest running a monitor that can run a frame rate of 144. That's what I've got. That's got to do with frames. It's just going to render everything a little bit better in game. You can use TV, whatever you'd like. But this is just what I suggest. Again, all links will be in the description. You need a good a keyboard and mouse, of course. You're using a computer. I suggest a wireless because if your rig is like mine and you run the virtual reality, the VR headset, then my rig's across the room, so I have to pick up my keyboard and mouse and take it with me. Moving on, again, the virtual reality is optional if you'd like to run it versus running a screen. I do suggest having a screen though, because you'll have to have it to navigate around the computer. So just like a small cheap screen, and then you can buy the Oculus. But it's $400. It's a really nice setup. Um, it's really, really, really cool. So if you feel like that's in your budget to get, go for it. It's an awesome system. I highly suggest it. So on iRacing, you're going to go to sign up, and then you get 50% off. You can get the 2 years, which is normally like for me, it'd be $200 since I've been on iRacing for several years now. 1 year is $55, so it's 50% off. All of your new memberships, and if you have any type of promotional code here, you can do that. You can find those on Facebook sometimes. Certain pages will be putting them out, stuff like that. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Going to go through a quick recap. Again, you're going to need a gaming PC, something with good specs. You're going to need a decent wheel, the G920, G29, or the Fanatic CSL Elite. You're going to need a monitor, TV. Again, this is my suggestion. You're going to need a keyboard and mouse, preferably wireless. Wired is okay if you're just going to mount the wheel and pedals to your desk, or just mount the wheel to your desk. I don't know how you're going to mount pedals to your desk, but it's neither here nor there. iRacing, you'll need this, just sign up. They've got tons of cars and tracks. You guys have probably seen them. Dirt tracks, Rallycross, asphalt, road course, all kinds of stuff on there now. So that, like, dirt tracks, that's what I mainly, that is what I race. I usually don't run anything else besides Rallycross. Rallycross is pretty cool too. But the dirt tracks, you've got Eldora, Williams Grove, Volusia, Knoxville, USA International, which is sort of a fictional track, and then Lanier Dirt as well. That's also a fictional track. It was dirt, I think, in the 80s, sometimes in the 80s. So that's that's the tracks you have right now. They're adding tracks, more and more tracks as we go along. I think Kokomo is one that's going to be coming up. I'm not sure on the other ones, but I think Kokomo was the last one that was voted on. So they're just, adding them more and more dirt. This is the first year of dirt racing, and we already have a ton of cars and a ton of tracks. So really excited for what's to come in the future. All the cars, you've got the NASCAR series cars, K&N car, the asphalt modifieds, legends, trucks, all kinds of stuff on here. Open wheel, about every open wheel car you can think of. Formula One, the Skip Barber car, the Indy car. Then you got all the prototype cars that they run the big road course races and endurance races with. Then you got all the sports cars. I mean, there's just, this game is, or this simulation really. A lot of people go crazy when you call it a game, but game/simulation, however you wish to call it, is really an immersive experience. So it's really nice to have. Of course, you've got the Rallycross car. That's a really fun mod they just released, or not mod, a new addition to iRacing they just released. You've got all the dirt cars, 410, 360, and 305 sprints. You've got the dirt midget, the super late model, the limited, or the pro late model, which is like your 358 cubic inch car, sort of like the steelhead late models if you guys are familiar with those down south here. And then the crate, or what they call the dirt limited late model. So you got the non-wings, the dirt trucks, street stocks, and the modified. The modified is by far, in my opinion, the best. It's the most fun, and it's in my opinion the best. So I'm gonna end this here. Just kind of wanted to get you guys headed in the right direction. A lot of people asking. Feel free to share this. Do what you got to do to get it to whoever needs it. If you have any questions, just drop a comment. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. However you feel like you need to get in contact with me. There's been some pretty awesome rigs here lately. But this will get you started. I know Chad Wheeler is starting to build some pretty sick racing rigs. So shout out to him for building those really, really nice rigs. But that's going to do it for now, guys. I'll be putting out some setup videos here later on, trying to get you guys started, heading in the right direction, making the car drivable, setting up the wheel, doing everything in the order that you need to do it in order to get started. See you guys later. Take it easy.